Hello and welcome to Newsworthy with me, Sam Foster, and Summer Valley FM 97.5. It's a great show today. It's very sad that obviously Gentle George, as we found out last week, he had a... Oh, George.
Sorry, mate. I had a little bit of trouble with the traffic.
I thought you were... Did you not... I thought something happened.
Yeah, no, tuned in last week and you suddenly decided that I was dead. Not quite sure where you got that information from, Sam, but
Right,
I've had quite a lot of calls from my family and friends saying, Gentle George, why is this come up on the radio? So could we just clear that up on the
Right, well, listeners, it looks like
airwaves?
Gentle George is back with us. A little bit embarrassing, but yeah, Gentle George, great to have you back.
Great to be alive.
Okay,
So,
brilliant. Well, Gentle George, now that you are back, you can get in with the show. And are you prepared? Are you emotionally, physically ready to do Gentle George today? Seeing as you've got so many problems yourself, are you willing to give advice to other people who have problems?
Sam, it's a personal principle of mine that I never leave the house unless I'm 100% brilliant.
Fantastic,
So,
Gentle George, fantastic. Yeah. Well, should I go through the schedule of today's show?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, brilliant. So obviously we've got through the death of Gentle George, which has transpired to be not a death. We've got a great interview with Prince Charles later on, so I'm really looking forward to that. We'll find room for that, talking about agriculture, farming and the like. We've also got Radio Bingo, of course, coming later, a staple of the show that a lot of listeners have got forward to. Lee in Doncaster got that bottle of water from last week, so I hope he's supping on that, or maybe he's finished it by now. I would have expected him to have done so. We've also got tepid answers for hot questions, which is obviously one of our important interviews that we do in a week, and we've got all our other juicy bits. Rags to Radstock makes a return this week after an absence from last week. We were doing a bit more but maybe a provocative show last week where we were asking some really insightful questions and getting less insightful answers perhaps. And finally we are going to also have this day in history after the first tune, when we trespass along the timeline and see what's important in our history. I'm looking forward to it, Gentle George. What about you?
I'm really quite excited.
You're absolutely buzzing, aren't you, Gentle George?
Buzzing
Okay,
off my
we're going to
tits.
play our first tune. What is it, Gentle George?
We'll have a bit Kate Bush, I think, Wuthering Heights.
Fantastic.
Great.
It makes me want to come over this counter and just grab you, Gentle George.
Windy moors, we'd roll and fall in green. You had a temper like my jealousy, too hard, too greedy. How could you leave me when I needed to possess you? I hated you, I loved you too. Bad dreams in the night. He told me I was going to lose the fight. Leave behind my walking through the heights. It's me, I can't be, I come home, my soul. Let me in your love. Easy, please. It's me, I can't be, I come home, my soul. Let me in your love. Ooh, it gets dark.
Okay, thank you, Baines, for that warning. George, what is your view on littering?
Well, when I think of littering, like I am right now, I'm just fuming.
It's just rubbish, isn't it, George?
Boring.
Absolute rubbish.
It's
Okay, this is On This Day in History with Sam Foster and Gentle George. The resurrection is complete. We're going to take a look at our timeline. And Gentle George, I'd love it if you kicked off proceedings.
Let's do this. Okie dokie. Got a song to go with this, Sam, or we... Oh, it's playing away. Earphones aren't working. Okay, in 1924, David Scriven stole a man's pineapple and was chased through a field and tackled to the ground. Farmer Ronnie McWilkinson saw the act and later founded the popular sport rugby.
In 1876, it was discovered by scientist John Myers that treating women mean would leave them being keen.
In 1706, Henry VIII realised that one wife wasn't enough and inadvertently created Mormonism.
In 800 AD, 5,000 people were given food poisoning when a strange bearded man fed them gone-off fish.
In 2015, Pete Townsend brought out a book clearing up any suspicions about him.
In 1548, at a convent in northern Italy, a young nun fell on her back while trying to save a diseased man. This later became the missionary position.
In 1603, cannibalism was invented after the popular saying was misheard, "Every good boy deserves flavour."
In 1458, a young girl was accused of witchcraft as she claimed she had befriended a scarecrow, a tin man and a lion. She also believed that this had all happened on a yellow brick road. She was later burnt at the stake.
In 1985, a man in Austria decided to build an extension without planning permission. In his cellar, the man was unfairly arrested 24 years later when he could no longer keep it secret from the authorities.
In 1954, a group of primates were taught how to play music. They later became the monkeys.
In 1902, the suffragettes won equal right to vote and work. Body form was later invented and Margaret Thatcher came to power.
In 1646, a lion, a witch and a wardrobe were taken to court accused of kidnapping children. No charges were ever pressed.
In 1824, a Frenchman invented the beret, prompting local countrymen to look like complete tools to this day.
In 1985, a female murder lawyer was jailed after using pots and kettles to beat her African husband to death.